Good morning, guys. So I asked on the community page what y'all wanted to see today. Cody and I were getting a little indecisive, kind of a little stir crazy. We really just wanted to take a break from the inside of the house. By popular demand, a fence for our dogs is what we're going to be accomplishing today. So let's get to it.
Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
For this project, two things were super important to us. Number one is making sure that our view wasn't obstructed as well as the dog's view wasn't obstructed. And then number two, making this space as large as we possibly can for them.
We're pretty much going to be following the natural flow of the trees through the backyard. So we'll cut out from the house to this corner tree and then just go to the next tree and so on and so forth until we end up going all the way around.
Fortunately, by the house, we do have some level flat ground, but it is a slow decline. As we get further to our right side, it starts going downhill, so we only really have so much room to work with, but we're gonna try to extend it as long as we can. For the obstructed view portion, we're gonna be using cattle panels. This will allow us to be able to see out, this will allow the dogs to be able to see out, but for them not to be able to chase after everything that they do see. So, we do not have any materials for this project. We will have to go pick them up, and I'm sure people are going to ask if we're going to be milling our own wood.
And while we're probably not going to be milling the actual fencing portion that we're going to use for it, we may end up milling some of the posts. I'm not sure yet. It kind of just depends on how much time it ends up taking for everything, and if we even have wood over there that'll work for it, because honestly I haven't been at the mill in probably a month or two, so I don't even know what we have over there and what condition it's in. And while it hasn't been bad outside the last couple months since we've been in a drought, it's currently an armpit today, so
we picked the perfect day to do this project.
We got a little bit of rain, or really kind of a lot of rain over the last week, and it's finally starting to stick around and hold into the dirt, and it's making it really humid.
So for this side, we do have our solar mount right here. We don't really want the dogs to have access to that, so we're gonna be just kind of following this trail right along. So what does this give us?
About 60 feet. And we're gonna have to move all the wood area right here, obviously. So we said we wanted to follow the tree line. Boys, can you just hold on, please? The tree is right here. This puts us at about 20 feet past the house. So if we do right here, that'll make us 60 by 60 for the whole area. But I'm thinking we should probably take this tree down. It's leaning towards the house a little bit. It's already competing really bad with the other trees that are around it. I think if we take this one down, one, we won't have to worry about it in the future, and two, I think it'll help this tree and this other tree to be able to spread their leaves and grow a little bit bigger.
One thing about living in the woods is our trees are just gonna kind of grow wherever they want. And this is a problem because they'll grow really, really skinny trying to get to the sun and not really get nice and fat and thick. And so they'll be taking nutrients from other trees trying to get to the sun as quickly as they can. By cutting down a few and just kind of preventing overcrowding, our trees will hopefully get bigger and flourish and spread out a little bit. Hello friends, I'm very excited to talk to you about today's sponsor, Drift. The reason I'm excited is because I hate smelly things. And I know that's really hard to get away with, especially living on a homestead and especially raising animals. But if I can do one thing to improve the smell, I'm going to do it. And there's no better place to start than Cody's truck. Anytime that we have to go in town to get materials, which is often, we're gonna be sitting in this truck for quite a bit. And I don't know about you, but a farm truck sitting in the sun all day has just like a certain smell to it. And such a small product like Drift makes a huge difference. Drift creates air products for your car and for your home. And what I love about Drift is all of the materials are sustainable and all of their fragrances are made with natural essential oils. And another really cool thing about Drift is you can make it a subscription service if you want. So you would start out with a starter kit and then just get monthly refills. And the subscription service is super flexible. So you can change your scent choice, delivery frequency, or just cancel your subscription service if you need to. The scent that I've personally been hooked on is Grove. Oh my gosh. It gives you a very mountain air meets sugared citrus type of smell. It's phenomenal. Use my code CCU55 to get 55% off your first month at drift.com. And of course, all of that is going to be linked right in the description. Thank you so much, Drift, for sponsoring this video and fixing all of our smelly truck problems. Now let's get back to it. Do y'all like the makeshift fence that we have going on right now to keep the ducks out of the backyard? The ducks were getting really courageous and really bold trying to chase after the dogs and come in the backyard, and that's not gonna fly around here, so we had to make a makeshift fence to keep them out. If you're new here, we work off of pictures. So I show Cody an example of what I want, and then he takes that picture and builds it for me. So this is the picture of the fence that I showed him that I wanted, and now he's going to look at it 100 times, get a materials list together, and then we're gonna go do it. So something that y'all don't really see is all of the behind the scenes work. It's a lot of boring stuff, a lot of research, a lot of design. So for instance, the last clip that y'all saw was about 2 hours ago, and since then he's been getting a diagram ready, getting his material list ready, figuring out how much everything's going to be. But I just kind of wanted to pop on and explain that because so much work goes into it behind the scenes than what we put in the videos. And
Yeah, if you filmed me for the last hour and a half, 2 hours just sitting here and doing this, it'd make for a really boring video, so.
yeah. That being said, he has his list of materials together and he's already figured out about how much money he thinks that we're going to spend. And of course, we like to give y'all as much accurate information as we possibly can. So he thinks it's going to be about $1,400 for this fence, but we're gonna take y'all to the store with us. We're gonna gather materials together, and then I'm going to show you all the receipt when we're done, so that way y'all can see exactly how much we spent on this fence. It's definitely an investment. This is probably gonna be one of the most expensive projects that we've done, or a project that we've spent the most money on. However, it's also something that's super important to us, and having somewhere for our dogs to be able to run around and play in a safe environment is super important to us.
Stay to the right, but keep coming back. All the way to the right. That's good.
Went to Home Depot, got all the materials. As y'all saw, we just picked up canes for dinner because it's getting late, and we still have not gotten cattle panel fences. So we are headed to a different store, which is going to be Rural King, to get cattle panel fences, and then that should be the complete material run.
last but not least for our long to-do list for the day, gas and diesel. Always want to keep the generator topped off just in case.
I wanted to show y'all this surprise tomato plant that we found in the compost bin. Cody thinks it's from something that wouldn't sprout, so we ended up just dumping the soil back in. I don't know. She's been a shock to us. We really haven't done anything to her, and yet she has a very thick, hardy stem. Also, I think this is what? Squash, baby? Let's go look it up.
Watermelon!
Oh,
Yay!
I'm definitely gonna have to move that and give it a trellis then. I didn't realize it was watermelon.
Okay, so we are back from the store, obviously. In total, we spent, what'd you say, $1,000? A little over.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit over $1,000.
We spent $647 at Home Depot and $387 at Rural King, and we did not get posts because
I'm gonna mill them. So the posts were gonna be, I don't have my phone on me, but they were supposed to be like 350 or something like that for 26 posts. And I sat there and kind of did the math, and I think it would take about 4 logs for me to be able to get that, because most of my logs are over 10-inch diameter, like 12-inch diameter, and they're all about 16 feet long. I should be able to get plenty of posts out of them, so I'm gonna start milling those in the morning.
I feel like today was a really accurate representation. We're not done yet. There's still other things that I'm gonna do tonight, but I feel like today was a pretty accurate representation on what a new project day looks like for us. There's a lot of behind the scenes type things. For instance, this morning, before we even pulled out the cameras, we were, picking up things in the backyard, just trying to get the layout of what everything looked like.
And then, looking at building materials and figuring out exactly which design we're gonna go with, and then actually drawing that design out and making it work mathematically. That way we don't get out there and start building and measurements are off and stuff like that, or we don't have enough materials of some sort.
Of course, we are not in the market to spend a whole bunch of money, so then just trying to figure out what
price
stores
matching and
have the best prices. And then we live a little bit far from in town or any big stores like that, so driving into town and hooking up the trailer.
3 to 4 hours for the actual material run, from hooking up the trailer, going out there, the multiple different stores. And
but at the end of the day, that's just the reality of it, and we figured we would share it with y'all. So where we did not get a lot of fun project stuff done today, we got a lot of stuff that we needed to get done. We got all of our materials
It's almost like a project prep day in itself, because that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing with the rest of the evening. The little bit of sunlight I have left is still just prepping for actually doing it all tomorrow.
And whereas we obviously cannot start on a full fence tonight, I still have a ton of chores that I need to get done. So let's go take care of the farm. Let's prep for fence day tomorrow, and I don't know, maybe go to sleep early so we can get a good head start on tomorrow. Say hello, salam.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in all conversations. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
Okay, remember how I said I was gonna do chores? Well, I need to do chores, but that's boring, so let's do something fun. Lydia and Jim from Cajun Country Living sent me a birthday present, which is this plant stand for out on our deck, and I'm so excited, so let's put it together.
Colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
I'm putting it back together.
What do you think? Is that gonna fix the issue?
Well, when we turn it on.
I've been working outside. Cody has been trying to fix our TV.
Basically, the backlight went out on it, so I've been just replacing all of the backlights, which I have in a pile over there on the fireplace. It wasn't really that hard, it was just kind of tedious. I've probably been doing it for, I don't know, maybe an hour. I'm almost done putting it back together, but I'm not a TV repairman, so hopefully that'll fix it. I don't know. Go over there.
Oh no, why?
Just in case.
Okay.
Well, that's safe so far.
Yay! Woo! We have a TV again! That's so exciting. It's so cute.
Yeah. Thanks. Still don't stand that close to it.
Okay.
Just yet, maybe. Because it's got like capacitors and stuff in it, and
It's so late. It's like 12 o'clock, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And I think I want a snack, so I'm going to make ramen. This isn't sponsored, but we get these boxes from Try Treats, and I know that in this newest one that we got, there is a pack of ramen, and I'm obsessed with ramen, so let's make it. You can tell we have ate pretty much everything in our Try Treats box. This is what was in it this month. We got South Korea. Everything was super good this month. My favorite was these little chocolate mushrooms. Those were super good. And then these little chocolate pies. They tasted like moon pies. But I'm super excited for this ramen. It says that it's spicy. I like spicy, so let's give it a go. I'm also gonna add one of our girls' eggs. I just went and washed it and let that boil with the noodles. For reference, it's 2 a.m. now. We're gonna be waking up probably around 7 or 8 so that way we can immediately start working on the fence before it gets too hot. I'm not done editing. I still have more editing to do. Cody's exhausted. So there's just a typical day in the life for you. Not complaining, super thankful, just
Tired today.
tired and exhausted. I figure we could answer a couple questions. Pamela Mayfield says, does the heat from your wood stove affect the TV? Nice job. Thanks, Pamela.
We can't say 100% because we haven't had the TV here
True that.
while having a fire going yet. But yeah, the way that our fireplace works, or the way that our wood stove works, it doesn't really put out a ton of heat from the stovepipe. It puts out a ton of heat from the stove itself. So I don't think we'll have any issues. And we also plan on adding in a mantle, so the mantle will diffuse heat away from the TV too.
Yeah, but whenever we had big fires going, we would like kind of test out the wall around, test out like just like kind of like the surrounding of the fireplace, and we never really had any issues. So I don't think it's going to be a big problem, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on it, and then if we need to, we can always move it back in the winter. So that's kind of why we did it, so we could just flip-flop. I like to change my mind a lot.
Shannon Craig says, have you ever considered a rain catchment system until you can do a well? All that rain would be awesome to retain and use.
So we technically do have a rain catchment system.
Yeah, we just don't have barrels. The pond is the barrel.
Yeah, so everything runs off into the pond, and then the pond is filtered through an intense since the, oh my god, it's so late. The pond is filtered through an intense system and then back to the house. So technically it is a rain catchment system. Also our gutters are drained into the pond, so it catches water and then feeds it back. In terms of a well, we're going to be doing that very soon. I've been talking to the only drilling company out here, and then also talking to the bank because it is quite expensive. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to do that in like the next month or so.
Hope so.
We want a well. We want a well bad. I think that's gonna be it.
Yep, I'm ready for bed.
We're
Actually,
not
I'm
really-
ready for a shower and then I'm ready for bed.
We're not really full of life and energy anymore. Sorry to disappoint.
No, I moved a lot of weight and wood and concrete today.
See ya in the next one. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Can't talk. Okay.
You're gonna leave that in there, that little singing bit?
Why not? Why not?
Bye,
All
guys.
right. Bye.
don't you understand?